live from the studios of Fox 8, bringing you the best high school football coverage in Northeast Ohio. Driven by Conrad's, this is Friday Night Touchdown.
Welcome to Barberton, where the Magic's host on beating Aurora.
It's a battle for the first place in the Suburban League.
And the Friday Night Touchdown game of the week.
Only allowed 7 points the last 2 weeks, but Aurora's dominant defense is only allowing 4 points per game. So, which offense will break through? Stick around. The extended highlights are coming up.
All right, welcome to Week 7 of Fox 8 Friday Night Touchdown. Now in our 23rd season, we are the Men in Black. I'm PJ Ziegler, he's John Telich, and we call him the commissioner, but his name is Dan Coughlin.
Plus, he shakes everybody's hand. Say hello to Ken Carman.
I'm a glad-hander. I have to be. I'm excited to be here for Week 7. I'm even more excited about a special cameo coming up.
Oh, fantastic.
Look forward to it.
A little teaser there. Tonight's final scores are running along the bottom of your screen, but this show is all about highlights, and we've got them from 20 local games. So take it away, Kenny.
Welcome to Chagrin Falls, a battle of quarterbacks as the Tigers take on Perry, but the best quarterback in the area right here with us. Let's check out the highlights.
Love to see him, and Bernie, love to see this for Perry fans. Jalen Anderson showing off the speed that has college scouts licking their chops. 70 yards, and the Pirates strike first and strike early. Falls, they fight back. Dawson Pierce rolling left, fires downfield. Xavier Perez leap and grab for a score. Perry back on offense. Drew Schiano. This is Devin Holbert between the posts, between two Tigers, and he's in for another score. Later, Falls gets on the board. Andrew Kirkpatrick with a field goal. But Perry keeps on pounding. 45-17. Pirates are 7-0. Danny.
Would this be your epitome to win it this year?
Well, that would make things be like a storybook ending, but we'll see.
It's Steve Trevisano's final season as Mentor coach, and this is the talent he'll pass on to his successor. In the meantime, his dream season continues. Ian Kipp to Justin Luke, 50 yards. Mentor 7-0 over Brunswick. Brian Trobel, huge run deep into Brunswick territory. Mentor will mix it up. Kipp to Baird. Mentor is unstoppable. The Cardinals scored 3 times in the first quarter. Here's Kipp on the keeper, 14-0, and on it goes. Trobel again, 50 yards. Non-stop to Shell Sheeshed. Final was Mentor, 45-0. The Cardinals are 7-0. Brunswick slips to 5-2. Now over to Euclid. The thing that she said covered. To Euclid, a huge upset. Unbeaten, Euclid leads 17-0 until quarterback Pat McQuaid put Solon on the board just before halftime. Third quarter, McQuaid to Greg Harris, 17-13. Fourth quarter, fourth down, McQuaid in the grasp, pass to Grant McCurry. Solon takes the lead, 20-17. Euclid suddenly wakes up. Backup quarterback Andre Rawlings finds Jalen Morris all alone to the 4. And from there, Jameer Mujahid puts Euclid back on top, 24-20. 2 minutes left. Solon quarterback McQuaid, undaunted. A minute left. He blasts 5 yards. Solon leads 27-24, and that's how it ends. As the Euclid field goal is wide right as time expired. Euclid is 6-1. Solon is 5-2. John.
It's a blessing to be able to come home from a bye week and come check out the young boys, and they doing their thing.
What do you think the Tigers have to do to win tonight?
Stay focused.
All right, Ohio State's Jalen Harris and young DJ watching Bay Harvey bust a 31-yard touchdown for the Tigers over Bedford, but Devin Hibbett blocks a pass there. Tigers going deep. There's a lot of air underneath this one, and it's picked up by Andre Bethea of the Bearcats, but nothing doing. The Tigers swarm. They get the safety in the graft, all that stuff. 9-0 Cleveland Heights, and then big Justin Watley powers in for a score. Cleveland Heights wins 39-6, just like the young fella asked them, as we head over to Mayfield. And as we're at Mayfield, the Wildcats leading Willoughby South 14-13 at the half. Here is Billy Guzzo, and he completes a long drive to put Mayfield up 21-13. The Rebels passing to Danny Gallagher to the out, and that's a 9-yarder. Then another time to Gallagher, 16 yards, moving the chains. But there's going to be a fumble here as the defenders cause it. It is on the carpet right there, and it's picked up by Dostal, and a nice drive by the Wildcats. A bullet to Guzzo on the sideline. Then Huss would hit Dostal for 13 yards in the score, and Mayfield goes on to win 37-13. PJ.
Welcome to North Olmsted for a Southwest Conference showdown.
It's a battle of the Eagles on Friday night touchdown.
All right, and Avon opens up the game with a 32-yard field goal, and they take an early 3-0 lead. Next Avon possession, this was ruled a catch and allowed Avon to get the chains moving and to eventually pick up a first down, and that later led to this. Desmond Kelly scores on the short run. Avon opens up a 10-0 lead, and then things got a little defensive. Danny Zay hits a crossing Cam Erskine, who fumbles the ball. North Olmsted recovers, and then on fourth down for North Olmsted, they fumble the football, and Avon recovers and takes over. And the Eagles from Avon move to 7-0. They defeat North Olmsted 38-7. The Eagles host the Rangers on Friday. Now, over to Fairview. That's where the Warriors welcomed Elyria Catholic to town on a bright and colorful night for the student section. Fourth down for Fairview Park. The Panthers are all over Declan Jewett, and there was a turnover on downs, and that leads to this. Nathan Damron from 15 yards out finds Pater to give Elyria Catholic a 41-20 lead in the third quarter. The Panthers looking to add to their lead. Steven Navalinsky gets picked off by Isaac Paxton, who returns it into Panthers territory, setting them up with great field position, and that leads to this. Jewett up top on fourth down to Marty Rahor, who makes the great catch. 41-27, EC still in control, and before you could blink, the Panthers' Zachary Gorzyka breaks off a 63-yard touchdown run through the Fairview defense, and Elyria Catholic moves to 4-3 with a 55-34 win. Now, Ken has the first Sky scores of the week.
Well, Sky Fox started week 7 over Smucker's country. Undefeated Orville rolling out the red carpet for the 5-1 Royals from CVCA. Battle for first place in the Pac-7 on the line. Orville, they're coming in with a 13-game winning streak. And the Red Riders, they start out fast. Marquell Parks bounces outside, points out his blocks like a movie, glides in for a
Sky score.
It's 7-0 Orville. CVCA takes over. Quarterback Michael Bevington takes off, sprinting to the sideline for a nice Royals first down. Then Bevington a little bit later on looking to throw. Jake Phillips jumps the route, makes the interception. A nice return into Royals territory. And guess what happens next? Parks powers in for his second
Sky score.
And the Red Riders hold off CVCA 23-16. Orville is 7-0.
All right, Friday night touchdown just getting started. More ahead, including our HDX Plumbing and Heating Player of the Week.
Plus more from our game of the week. Aurora putting its perfect record on the line at Barberton. The Magics have won the last 2 meetings. Can the Greenmen get some revenge? The extended highlights coming up.
But first, Kenston cruised to a state championship last year, and only one team beat the Bombers on the road to Canton. Can Chardon shake up Division III again and pick up some huge playoff points?
Then it's always one of the biggest games along the Portage Trail. Garfield puts its perfect record on the line against Wilkstown. Can the Rovers bounce back, or will the G-Men move closer to clinching a home playoff game?
And Sky Fox makes its second stop over Jackson, where the Polar Bears battle McKinley for first place in the Federal League. All the Sky scores are coming up, but first, did Danny get his booster dog yet?
I'm going to slather this baby with stadium mustard in 1 second. Laura, I've waited a long time for another booster dog. I loved him then, I love him now. Now, got a question. Where do you get them?
I'll have to kill you if I tell you where I get them from. It's a secret.
I'm a two-fisted booster dog guy. This is gluten-free. Hallelujah!
Welcome back to week 7 of Friday Night Touchdown. Let's get back to the highlights. And Ken, who has a huge game in the CVC Metro.
Welcome to Bedford for Trinity versus Cuyahoga Heights.
Wonderful to see the lovely ladies. Heights on the move. Clock already running in the second half. Big Luke Torgerson up the middle, dragging defenders. It leads to a Skins touchdown. On the ensuing kickoff, though, here comes Kirk Colvin. He bobbles the kick, but then he more than makes up for it. He makes one move. Then here's another. Then here's another. Then...
Hold on to the football.
Here's another. Oh, yeah, he's in there. 80 yards for a Trinity touchdown. Looks like a top plays nominee.
Absolutely.
But it's just too much Heights tonight. Skins would score again. And Cuyahoga Heights trounces Trinity 41-7. Cuyahoga Heights 5-1. John.
Thank you, sir. A nail-biter in Chardon as the Hilltoppers host the undefeated Kinston Bombers. Kenston D was rolling. Tim Matty with a big sack there. Then from the 1-yard line, a swarm of Bombers taking down the quarterback for a safety and a 2-point lead. How about Jack Porter helping the Bomber O with a big gain right there? And the QB is John Tomfutsix, and his pass, that's deflected, and it's into the hands of the big fella, Justin Schroeder. And the drive would stall, though. And Hilltoppers would get position with this DJ Bowman run. And Keaton Ziegenfuss, as you see right there, 27-yarder, a game winner. Chardon shocks the Bombers for the second year in a row, 17-16. Danny.
Streetsboro at Coventry. Rockets up 42 and cruising to their 7th straight win. Third quarter, Mason Klimek keeps on the zone read and walks in for another touchdown. Rockets up 49. Coventry takes over. Kenton Duty trying to make a play, and he throws back across the field and right into the arms of Streetsboro's Tyler Hall, who makes the pick. Rockets take over, and Kalen Riley Richardson, Chris's little brother, dives in. Streetsboro blasts Coventry 56-0. Rockets is 7-0. PJ.
All right, thanks to the homecoming in Garrettsville. Here's the Garfield King and Queen. Congratulations, G-Men hosting Rootstown, and the Rovers were rolling behind Charles Harris. He goes 25 yards right into the red zone, not the end zone. Then Trey Birch powers in for a Rootstown touchdown right there, but it was all G-Men after that. Brody Swigonski down the middle to Austin Armstrong for 30 yards. Then they use the direct snap to Jared Peters, and he scores, lifting Garfield past Rootstown 38-25. The G-Men are 7-0. Now Ken has more Sky scores.
Sky Fox made its second stop over Polar Bear Country. Robert Fife Stadium was packed. Jackson hosting McKinley for first place in the Federal League. Jackson facing 4th and goal at the 2. Bears run right, but Dejor Garrett and the McKinley defense makes the goal line stand. So the Pups, they ended up taking over, and quarterback Elijah Wesley takes off. He follows his blockers. He bounces it to the outside, hits the Jets, and races 58 yards into Jackson territory. But penalties, as they do, they would kill the drive. It was 7-0 McKinley at the half. Third quarter coming around, and it belonged to Lemire Garrett. That's Dejor's brother. He sees a hole, cuts up field and in for the Sky score. 14-6 Pups. And when the Bears defense was following up Garrett, it opened up lanes for Wesley, who cuts back for another Sky score. And McKinley stays perfect. Pups run past Jackson 20-6.
All right, Kenny, the Friday night touchdown game of the week is still ahead, and you picked a great one. 5-1 Barberton welcoming undefeated Aurora to Magic Town. The winner will take command in the Suburban League American Division, and the extended highlights are next.
Plus, Lions and Tigers, but no Bears in sight. Both Benedictine and NDCL are looking to bounce back after tough home losses. Who can claw out a win to stay alive in the NCL race?
Then Sky Fox makes its final stop over Tigertown. Mighty Massillon puts its perfect record on the line against another Pennsylvania power, the Gateway Gators. The Sky scores are coming up, but first, Danny's getting dressed.
Huh?
What is the story here? With everybody wearing a jersey, a college jersey, or a pro?
It's just the theme.
Put this on, you get a picture so you can be one of the kids.
Yes. Who is that?
Jerry West.
Jerry West, hold this. I am Jerry West.
Yes, you are.
Does this qualify me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 100%.
Trubisky, of course.
Perfect.
I saw Trubisky put up 60 points in back-to-back games against St. Ed's and Ignatius.
That is great.
Now we're waiting to see if he can do that with the Bears.
Right.